Hello, everybody. As we approach Veterans Day, I just wanted to stop by and just say thank you.
Thank you for your extraordinary service to you, your family. The sacrifices that all of you made to protect our country is something that will always be honored.
And we are very grateful and also happen to welcome you with a 70-degree day.
The 70-degree day in D.C., which doesn't always happen around here.
That is what Barack Obama said to old veterans from, the Vietnam War, people who had sacrificed their lives, man, on an airplane. He surprised them. And a lot of them were white guys. Old white guys were like, oh my God. They were happy to see this, man, that somebody cared, man, because a lot of veterans have been treated like shit. A lot of veterans that have sacrificed themselves in past wars have come back home to nothing, come back home to booing, come back home to just being ignored, homelessness, not getting their Medicare. And this video, listen, man, in this landscape right now, we need a little bit of humanity, a little something, a modicum of humanity, man. And I thought that was super cool what Barack did, man. That was cool, man. That's how a president is supposed to act. I voted for Barack Obama. I don't agree. I never agreed with everything he did. I didn't agree with everything he did. There were some things that was mad foul that he's done, but there has to be some kind of humanity. And one thing Barack has is humanity. You feel like he's your friend. You feel like he's your friend, right? You feel like, man, this guy looks like a guy I want to meet. And for him to do that, really, and I'm going to tell you, I'm going to be keeping 100. I almost teared up on that. I felt so bad for those dudes, man, that they literally felt like nobody cared about us, And I felt for that. And you guys love to come at me going, yo, man, you always talking about race, you don't like white. I said, that ain't it. I love people, man. I like when people get treated properly. I respect the people in the armed forces. I respect all of you. I have friends in the Navy, Army, Marines, Air Force. I have friends in that. And I have so much respect for what you guys do. But I'll be the first one to check your ass when you're being racist and being ridiculous or being super sexist. I'm gonna check you on that. This is the time where I hope we've learned our lesson. A lot of you voted for your own demise. All this foolishness, voting out of hate, voting because you don't like black people or Mexican people and like that. And now a lot of MAGA people are in line right now looking for food because you were so adamant about a woman, especially a woman of color, not being president. And this is what has happened to you. Hey, man, I wanted Trump to do well. I wanted him to, hey, you know what? It is what it is. Whoever's in office, I hope they do a decent job. And it's chaos and it's foolishness right now, and you have to know this. And this is a human thing now. I think that this video, everybody should watch it. And it's what we need right now. Some humanity, man, and know that, and I don't want to sound corny, but that we should all be, treating each other with some respect. Real talk, because this is a classism issue right now. So shout out to all the veterans for Veterans Day. I respect you. I respect what you've done, your sacrifices. And let's hopefully get some change in this bullshit ass administration.
As a veteran who served this country, over the past 10 years, I have truly lost my faith in my service to this country, the way that the country is going now, the direction in which the country is going now, led by this regime. But when I see former President Barack Obama show up at D.C. Reagan Airport to surprise a group of veterans who are doing an honor flight, to thank them for their service and to shake each and every single one of their hands, thanking them for their service to this country, it restores my faith in my service to this country. Watch how former President Barack Obama greets and thanks and honors those who have served.
Hello, everybody. What? As we approach Veterans Day, I wanted to stop by and just say thank you for your extraordinary service to you, your family. The sacrifices that all of you made to protect our country is something that will always be honored. And we are very grateful, and we also happen to welcome you with a 70-degree day in D.C., which doesn't always happen around here. Sir?
That's the first time I've seen a president, former or current, greet an honor flight, and that is absolutely amazing. A commander-in-chief, a leader who's going to show up and tell you that your service was worth something. I think that's the important part, so I think it was a great thing that happened.
Last time I got to see a president, it was Gerald Ford. How about that?
Joy in my heart today to see all these people. It's good. We still got people in our country, and that's good.
I had tears in my eyes. I just couldn't believe that there was that many people around that remembered us and was there to greet us, and it was just unbelievable.
Former President Barack Obama did not go on that plane and look at those veterans and say, oh, you voted for Trump, I'm not going to shake your hand. Our veterans are being impacted right now with this current administration and their draconian policies. Many of our disabled veterans right now depend on SNAP benefits in which they are not receiving. So if you voted for this regime and this administration, don't thank a veteran. Don't thank a veteran for Veterans Day because you voted against our benefits.
Welcome back to Likas Tech. This is part 2 of Obama viral moment. And this time, we are not focusing on Obama. We are focusing on how Americans reacted. A lot of people, including those who didn't even vote for him, are saying Trump could never show the same respect as Obama showed to the veterans. So let's watch what Americans themselves are saying about this. I come back with a comment.
This right here is a photo of President Obama as he greeted veterans as they arrived in D.C. this past weekend. As most of you know, today is Veterans Day. And he greeted those veterans with just simple gratitude and to let them know, you're not forgotten, and thank you for your service. Now, as we all know, President Obama has always shown true leadership, true intelligence, always. So nothing that he does, even post-presidency, it never seems to amaze me because he is that guy. Something that Trump will never be. That's exactly why every chance Trump gets, he tries to attack Obama. But I stand by him. He is my forever president, and Trump can never add up to the things that Obama was when he was in office. You don't like it, so what? But that's my belief, and again, Trump can never.
I don't know about y'all, but tears came to my eyes when I saw Mr. Obama at that flight thanking the veterans. Like, that was, no money could buy that. Integrity, appreciation, the way he conducts himself. He's just an amazing man. There's a reason why he was in office for 8 years straight. Michelle, you got you a good one. And we would have loved for you to run for a third term, because you will take over USA. You sure will. We love you yesterday, today, and tomorrow. Just know that. I just want to come on here and say that. Mr. Obama, you rock.
It's Veterans Day, and I saw a video of Barack Obama greeting an honor flight, and so I guess this is a series now.
See, this right here is what a president do.
Everybody, what? As we approach Veterans Day, I wanted to stop by and just say thank you for your extraordinary service to you, your family. The sacrifices that all of you made to protect our country is something that will always be honored. And we are very grateful, and we also happen to welcome you with a 70-degree day in D.C., which doesn't always happen around here.
That's the first time I've seen a president, former or current, greet an honor flight, and that is absolutely amazing. A commander-in-chief, a leader who's going to show up and tell you that your service was worth something. I think that's the important part, so I think it was a great thing for him.
And he didn't have to do that. He did that because he wanted to. And some of y'all even have to question if he was the greatest president. But you heard what that lady said. She's never seen an active or non-active president ever do what Obama did. That's how you show appreciation for the veterans on Veterans Day. The people that went out there and fought for this country. Shit, my mom is even a veteran. So to all you veterans out there, happy Veterans Day. And just know, we appreciate your service. Rather if you're getting told every day or not, we appreciate you.
This is my president.
Everybody, What? As we approach Veterans Day, I wanted to stop by and just say thank you for your extraordinary service to you, your family. The sacrifices that all of you made to protect our country is something that will always be honored. And we are very grateful, and we also happen to welcome you with the 70-degree day in D.C., which doesn't always happen around here.
That's the first time I've seen a president, former or current, greet an honor flight, and that is absolutely amazing.
Sometimes I feel like this country took this man for granted compared to what we have now. That man would never. That man did a whole speech and voiced it about himself and his administration and what he felt like was good for everybody. And this man is not even president anymore, and he still is doing the duties that some presidents have not done in years. Still honoring people, carrying yourself with dignity. Like, it makes me sad to think that that is the man that's representing us. It makes me sad. And it makes me miss him. Damn, I miss that man. I hate that man in office now.
Obama just surprised an aircraft of veterans on Veterans Day. Watch.
Everybody. What? As we approach Veterans Day, I wanted to stop by and just say thank you for your extraordinary service to you, your family.
The sacrifices that all of you made to protect our country is something that will always be honored. And we are very grateful, and we also happen to welcome you with...
Happy Veterans Day.
You can really see how people are feeling now. Americans are looking at Obama shaking hands with veterans, standing with military families, speaking calmly, and they are like, wow, we actually had a real leader. You've got people saying Trump would never do this. Obama respected the military. I did appreciate him enough back then. So even some people, I mean MAGA, who supported Trump in the past, are saying the same thing. They miss the dignity, the respect, the calm energy Obama brought. And it shows you something. Leadership is not about power. It is about character. So, Mr. Former President Obama honoring veterans touched a lot of hearts of Americans because they are tired of chaos, insult, and drama brought by Trump. They want someone who showed the respect, not someone who demanded it. That is why many people are saying they miss Obama now more than ever. Guys, I still have another video. Let's watch them. I come back with outro.
On Veterans Day, the 11th of November 2025, a heartwarming moment unfolded at Ronald Reagan Washington National Airport. Former U.S. President Barack Obama boarded an honor flight from Madison, Wisconsin, to deliver an unforgettable tribute to 79 veterans of the Korean War and Vietnam War, along with their families. As a charitable project carrying on the American tradition of gratitude, the honor flight allowed them to visit war memorials in Washington, D.C., and relive the years of defending freedom. Upon boarding, Obama extended his heartfelt greetings to the veterans via loudspeaker. Your courage and sacrifice have made America free today, and the nation will forever remember that dedication. As the veterans disembarked, Obama shook hands with each of them, inquired about their well-being, and presented them with presidential commemorative coins inscribed with the nation, "Thanks you for your service." One veteran choked up, saying it was his first time meeting the president. "I never imagined receiving holiday greetings in this way. This recognition is more precious than any medal." For many years after leaving office, Obama has remained committed to his promise of care for veterans. As one of the honor flight volunteers said, the former president's visit made the veterans' moment of glory shine even brighter and reminded the entire nation not to forget the heroes who silently protect us. Obama's simple yet sincere actions exemplified a national sentiment that transcends party lines and eras and made the American spirit of gratitude to veterans and protection of freedom even more prominent in this warm interaction.
One of the reasons that we asked the president to go to Fort Campbell, there was a recognition that, yes, it was great for the SEALs and the Night Stalkers to be the final piece of the puzzle, but make no mistake about it, this was the hundreds of thousands of soldiers and sailors, airmen, Marines,
intelligence professionals, foreign service officers that had all contributed to this fight, and that frankly were all part of the end game, even if they weren't right there on target. And the best way to have done that, certainly from the Department of Defense side, was to meet with one of the larger elements, which was the 101st Airborne Division. But I remember when you came down, sir, of course, the team was assembled there, and before you arrived, they understood. And these were seasoned operators. These were not young kids, as you know. When you finally met them, I think you were a little surprised by how seemingly long in the tooth some of these guys were. These were seasoned professionals that understood the magnitude of your decision. They had been involved in hundreds of missions before, and all of them understood that at the end of the day, somebody has to make the decision to go. Sometimes it's at the 06 level, the colonel or the Navy captain, sometimes it's the flag officer level, and then sometimes it's the President of the United States. And they know how hard those decisions are. And they are incredibly bright young men who also understood the kind of the larger political and geopolitical ramifications of this. So for you to show up to thank them, I think they wanted to thank you for making the decision that they knew the risk. They knew that we didn't know whether bin Laden was there. And that was an incredibly bold decision on your part. But the part that I remember most about that visit was after we got through talking to the SEALs and the Night Stalkers, we went over to the 101st. And the plan, at least as I recall, was you were going to get up. We were in a giant hangar, of course. There were hundreds of soldiers out front. You were going to, say some remarks and then kind of shake a few hands, almost a ceremonial shake a few hands.
Right.
Well, you came off the platform, you went down. Sorry.
No, that's how I felt.
You went down to start shaking hands. And of course, the soldiers start lining up.
Right.
And you start shaking hands. And I went to the chief of staff. I said, look, I know the president's got some things going on here. And if he stands there, everybody's going to line up to shake the president's hand. And you kept shaking hands. And finally, I kind of saddled up beside you and I said, Mr. President, you don't need to shake everybody's hand. And you turned to me and you said, hey, Bill, this is important to me. And hopefully it's important to them. And you shook 800 hands that day. People were coming from everywhere. When they found out you were shaking hands in the hangar, what you didn't see, which is what I saw, was there was a line outside that hangar. And the kids were lining up, the soldiers were lining up because they knew the president was going to stay there until every single hand.
I will tell you, Bill, because I get emotional about this too. Every one of those kids had signed up and said to the country and to me, and the people who are making decisions about how they're going to be deployed, they had said, we are here, we are ready, and we are willing to sacrifice everything to defend this country. And some of them saw action, and some of them didn't. Some of them had friends who came back, and some of them had friends who didn't come back. Some came back and were grievously wounded. All of them came back with scars that maybe weren't always visible. And, my attitude that day was an attitude that I did my utmost to remind myself every single day. If they were willing to make those sacrifices, the least they should expect is that their leaders, military or civilian, are going to operate with integrity, aren't going to allow politics to intrude in decision making, that they're going to be appreciated, that their sacrifices won't be in vain.
Have you noticed the stark contrast in how Trump and Obama treat veterans? No one realized that Obama's simple gesture turned Trump into a laughingstock. Just recently, Obama made a surprise appearance on a plane carrying 79 veterans and their families. He not only presented each veteran with a presidential challenge coin, but also shook hands with them individually as they disembarked, expressing his gratitude. This is a testament to Obama's character. In contrast, Trump's attitude towards soldiers is completely different. Reportedly, Trump's former chief of staff, John Kelly, confirmed in an interview that Trump has repeatedly called American soldiers stupid and losers, refused to visit their graves, and even refused to take photos with amputees, claiming it would damage his image. Furthermore, today, while singing God Bless America at Arlington National Cemetery, Trump forgot the lyrics after only 3 words and swayed from side to side, almost like dancing. His participation in veterans' memorial events seems to stem more from envy of the respect Obama enjoys today than from gratitude for veterans' contributions to America. In contrast, Obama's respect for veterans won him applause from everyone, while Trump could only be ridiculed like a clown.
This reaction from Americans saying everything. People can see the difference now. Obama didn't say Trump's name. His action spoke louder than Trump's entire politics career. Thank you for watching this part 2. Drop your thought in the comment. Do you guys agree with Americans who saying they are now missing Obama? Guys, don't forget to subscribe, share. This is Rica's Take. See you in the next one. I love you guys.